for Killer Minds, we have Cupkez, Mind Killer, and Cruzian. And for What, we have Epsilon, GSPIN, and Alucard. We know what can do. We know who their players are. Epsilon, GSPIN, we didn't really get to see a lot of what they can really offer because it was just such a one-sided affair. But hopefully here we get to see more of each team.
Qualifier for the playoffs tomorrow. The lights go to go, and we're underway here in this final lower qualifying matchup here as Epsilon looks to try and get the early goal. He just loses control, but gets it to GSPIN, and he'll get the early goal.
All right, aggression out of the gate for GSPIN here. Epsilon with a really good play off the back wall. Mind Killer just misread it, misinterpreted it. Cupkez was there, even got a touch on it, but just could not get it out in time. Just too deep into the net for it to matter. And just like that, out of the gate, What? Take a 1-0 game lead here in this first game here. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure or if there will be a response. Here's Cupkez in midfield trying to offer up a good challenge, and he is successful. Alucard going to boot this downfield, decent clear. And you have to remember, they have been waiting for, like you said, a couple hours here, so maybe the rust has started to build. GSPIN, Alucard, Epsilon just played this game. A beautiful shot. It's going to go bar down from the top, and just nothing the defender can do about that. What a rifle from Alucard.
God, I don't even think BDS would have been able to save that one there. That was an unbelievable shot from Alucard. There was absolutely no hope of saving that one. And yeah, just like that, a quick fire 2-0 lead here to What?
Let's see if there is some sort of response. But Epsilon is just going to play off this back wall again. Dangerous situation for Mind Killer, but is able to clear it away for the time being. And not even a minute in, already a 2-goal deficit. Here's Mind Killer, just going to not be able to get that ball. A bit of a whiff, and it will mean GSPIN's got a chance with this ball. Now Cupkez will just leave this back into the corner, just kind of trickling down as Mind Killer pops this up, has the boost ready. He's going to go for the air dribble, going to go for the waterfall down. It's off the wall, but good play from Epsilon to get that out of the way, and a bit of a slow start here after those first 2 goals.
Yeah, as we do have to quickly apologize for issues with the overlay. We've got the basic one now back up here. So, yeah, sorry for that, but, technical gremlins do occasionally happen. But anyways, 3 minutes 40 now remaining on the clock here. It's looking pretty darn good, as we've said already here, for What their opponents definitely have been struggling a little bit here as Epsilon just sneaks it past to make it a 3-0 lead to the blue side. And this could just turn into effectively what we saw in game 1 of our last series.
Yeah, just 2.0. I mean, really good play from Epsilon. He's able to chip it over to the defender and out with vengeance after getting dominated on stream. Now wants to do that to this scheme. Killer Minds Esports, who have something to say about that, but GSPIN reads the touch beautifully. Is just able to get another free goal out of it, and really, this is just looking all but over.
That is a beautiful touch there from GSPIN. Just seals it off one, and then just reads a play off the second. That was just gigabrain stuff for him there, and that's a quick 5-4 lead. And yeah, this is turning into what we saw in our last series as well, just pure game 1 domination here for one side, and well, the other, they just can't get the foot in the door at the moment.
Yeah, however, what we did see, though, in that last series that it did happen like this was after that first game, the other team, starts to not become as rusty, starts to make not as many errors. Maybe this is the same fate as Cupkez completely whiffs that pass, but cruising and trying to keep this up. It's going to be Mind Killer with the midfield pass, and finally the team play comes out. That was a very good opportunity and a very good finish by all 3 members of Killer Mind Esports.
Yeah, did a lot of good work there just to get the goal in here. Mind Killer, the finisher. Well, just gets plopped on top of him, and he just needs to send it in here. But 3 more goals to find in 3 minutes here. Might be a tricky task for him, as GSPIN does get a decent touch off here, as, well, Cruzian just can't get a clear play here. Mind Killer should be able to save this one, as Alucard just a bit too far back to make that play work. But yeah, this is positive signs of life here for the orange side at the moment here. Obviously still struggling a little bit here, and they might just be looking to try and reset for game number 2 as Mind Killer goes so close, but on that tight line he just can't find the angle there. Cupcake just sends the ball back. The Crucian to try and get something to work with here, but Alucard, that's a steal, that's nearly a goal, just denied by the bottom corner. Epsilon tries to finish it off, will be able to there, so there we go, the 5-1 lead now to Epsilon.
Oh, what a double tap from Epsilon. Plays it well, gets the angle, and Mind Killer just completely whiffs the shot. Whiffs the save again. Very, very unfortunate. We saw this exact same thing from What. So definitely it is reciprocated on both sides here. Is now Epsilon going to keep up the pressure. With 2 minutes to go in a 4-goal deficit, it really is just over, barring some sort of miracle. As actually they're going to get tangled up. Bit of a play here for Mind Killer as he's going to play off the back wall. It's going to be Crizzy, and he's going to put this bottom left, but way too soft, and Alucard going to be able to take that and save it away. It really just feels like the pace level from What is just night and day against Killer Mind Esports right now.
Yeah, Killer just really not finding that pace as much as they want to here. I mean, they do get it occasionally. That last attempt showed it, but the defensive positionings now from What have really just solidified here. I mean, I'll go back to that last play where we just saw Alucard not double committing, just waiting in that bottom left-hand corner. Read the play well, and well, probably didn't overcommit. He was able to get the clear out, and at least an attacking play going after it. As speaking of attacking plays, What are now on one here as the game slips firmly out of the hands of Killer Minds here. Game one, all but locked in now as they will need to convert once every 15 seconds. Killer Minds, maybe a bit more, as GSPIN just sneaks it in to get the hat trick. And that's a 6-1 lead, and Brazil knocking at the door again.
Yeah, GSPIN looking like a completely different player from the previous series. He's looking like he's able to do what he wants, facilitate this offense like he should, getting these plays off the sidewall, and really, for Killer Mind Esports, I feel like right now they should definitely regroup, think about how they play out this game too, because right now it needs to be an upping in the aggression, doing something, because it really just felt like it just wasn't it. I mean, right now, Crizzy and I know what that was. Unfortunate, just letting it in. Wants the Brazil to happen. 45 seconds to go, and game one is just in the books.
Yeah, no way Killer Minds can return from that. So game one in the bag. And yeah, we can't really say too much else of this first game. It's sort of, as we said before, sort of like what we saw in our last series. Just one team purely dominating here, getting the Brazil up. And, well, if that follows, game 2 and 3 going to be mightily interesting here as GSPIN unable to break the Brazil at the moment here. 30 seconds remaining here. Epsilon trying to get the hat trick, won't be able to. Mind Killer keeps the Brazil's dreams alive. Alucard trying his best to just keep the ball locked in, but won't be able to. Cruzian will get a shot off at the very least. Mind Killer goes up, sets up for Cruzian. That's a nice tap. I can't follow through on the second. Mind Killer sends it wide. And by this time ticks away here, Brazil looks all but confirmed here. And What will take the first game here 2 away from being the last team to qualify for the playoffs in the APL Indian Nationals. Don't go in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, we need to keep the Brazil alive for sure. And it looks like it might just happen, Alucard.
Get the ball to the ground, lads. Come on. There we go.
Ground, guys. Oh, thank God. Okay, it got to the ground. What going to take game one? And they are looking to qualify as that 4th and final team for the finals tomorrow. Yes, you can come back, but really what we've seen is not something that is promising. As Mind Killer maybe has a shot there, just not there in time. Unfortunately, going to be able to whiff that. And now it's going to be Cruzian trying to bounce it over. GSPIN is successful now, but Epsilon be able to settle this and dribble it forward into the corner. It's Cupkez looking pretty good. Epsilon has the touch ready, but not going to get much of anything done, and they'll just go back on defense. It's Mind Killer with an opportunity, but nothing more than that as he's now on the sidewall trying to work around the defense. He'll flip this over Epsilon successfully. Decent chip play there, but once again, not really getting much done. And the defense is holding strong from What so far.
Yeah, defense looking pretty good at the moment here, and they still need to keep it up, however. Obviously, they don't want to be like their opponents in their last series where they just opened the door for What here, and that ball going well wide. That looks like an open net, so maybe that could have been the early lead there to Killers, but they finally lose that pressure. They lose possession, and on the quick counter-attack, Epsilon just slams it in, stops in front of the penalty box, and just like that, a quick flip, a 1-0 lead to What.
Yeah, just a defensive crumble there. Cruzian not back in time, went for boost, or was just out of the play. Didn't really get to see, but doesn't matter. 1-0 for What as they are continuing to dominate this game as They will look for maybe a corner play as Epsilon going to go for that. Will be unsuccessful for the time being as a decent play off of the top will now mean Epsilon has a chance to give this back up to Alucard. He'll regain possession in the corner. But once again, just time being chewed off the clock. Great pass from Epsilon. GSPIN not really there in time. But they will continue this onslaught towards the net of Killer Minds as Alucard will get another shot on target. And it really just feels like there is nothing right now that Mind Killer and company can do. They're trying the cheeky plays with the chips and the passing and all that, but it's just not working out. They're just out of sync and out of control. And they don't really, play as a team as much as I'd like them to.
Yeah, and it's really costing opportunities. I mean, they are starting to bring the ball forward here, but they feel like they can be a bit more joined up as Cupcake open net and he whiffs it hard. That is brutal to see.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing's going right for Killer Minds at the moment, and yeah, that could just be emblematic of how they're going to play the rest of the game here, because that isn't, I mean, their confidence is already in the toilet, but that might have just sent it down the tubes. That is,
yeah, I mean, that's the
really
best shot you're getting
take.
also. Yeah, I mean, that's the best shot you're going to get, and just unfortunate. Maybe a shot there. Alucard going to keep it in play. It's going to trickle right in under him, and so unfortunate there. Alucard going to be able to claim credit. You saw Cupcake with the clear, but just way too soft, and he's actually stuck on that wall inside of the net. Couldn't get out in time. 2-0 lead right now for what? And they are looking to take a 2-0 series lead in this game, or in this series rather, and move on to the finals. But let's see if Killer Minds can do something about that. It's not as dominating as it was in game one. They're not at 7 goals, so that's always a good sign. Definitely the defense has been cleaned up, but can they work the offense? Can they do something about this? Because right now, it really just seems like the pace is just completely in what's favor. Is GSPIN now going to use this back wall, has the corner ready. We'll just give up possession to Alucard, who's now going to maybe go for a demo instead. We'll go for the corner boost. We'll leave this for Epsilon, who's now in a bit of a predicament. Doesn't have boost to work with. We'll just leave this back for GSPIN. Finally, a bit of aggression coming out from Mind Killer, who's trying to get something done in this aerial position, but once again, unsuccessful, and another whiff comes through.
Yeah, another whiff there, another opportunity, lost the Killer Minds as Epsilon gets a nice little tap there, but he finds Cupcake in the process, so won't be a third goal for Watt here as time continues to trickle down here into the final 90 seconds. And yeah, nothing is going right here for Killer Minds. They're slowly getting opportunities, but they can't really convert. Watt defense has been pretty much stalwart here since the that little mistake in game one that did give what was it? Yeah, Mind Killer the goal. Sorry, the name just eluded me for a quick second there, but yeah, this is just turning into domination. What, as I said earlier, they don't want to repeat what Pineapple Cake did in the last series, just be forced to actually play hard to regain the lead. And well, they've done it pretty well here. They've got the few goals here. They're keeping the pressure up on their opponents, and well, that's all they need to do here. They hold on like this for the next 45 seconds. That will be game 2, but by gee, Killer Minds definitely could get close to that. Just no one in the center to follow through.
Yeah, and I mean, they're getting opportunities. They have shots on target, but they're just not really finding the mark, as Alucard now has some dribble room, trying to go over Mind Killer, and Mind Killer gonna score on himself. Well played to Alucard, put it in a position where really Mind Killer couldn't do much but jump for it, and it was just an unfortunate circumstance. Heads up play by Alucard to get that goal.
Yeah, well played there by Alucard. Just uses his opponent's positioning to a T there, and well, they'll get the 3-0 lead, and that will definitely confirm the second game for Watt now. As yeah, I mean, what else can we say that we haven't said already here? Watt controlling the pace, Watt controlling the midfield, controlling the mechanics, controlling everything really. Killer Minds, they are starting to slowly warm up here. Their possession is increasing, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be enough here. So we might be looking at 4 3-0s over the broadcast tonight here, Camel, if things don't change quickly.
Well, you can't wish for everything, right? You can't have it all, I guess. But let's see if What can close the series out 3-0, because we saw what can happen. Sometimes, Pineapple Cake lets their foot off the gas, gives them a chance to come back. Maybe this happens again now with What and Killer Mind Esports. where, you know, what maybe lets their foot off the gas, starts playing a little more cocky, a little more confident. Defense from what GSPIN, Alucard especially, really stepping up, getting these really nice clears, these really good saves, keeping their team in the game. And that's why they're up 2-0. And that's why this is looking to be a sweep.
Rio seems likely outcome of this series as we get on the way for game number 3.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if they can do something. Cruisarian going so aggressive early, almost got a freebie there. It will be Mindkiller now playing off this back wall, going for a demo on that play, and that's what they need to do more of. Get those demos, open up the field. Cruisarian gonna get the touch again, almost in the top right corner. Won't be there in time, and Mindkiller, unfortunate whiff, is gonna give Epsilon a chance to boot this downfield, give some distance to it. Now it'll be GSPIN, gonna bounce this forward. A very dangerous pass and a very dangerous shot there for Cruzian, who's able to save it just about. And it will be corralled and moved into the corner, now cleared away for Mindkiller, who's gonna stabilize, set this up, but actually misses the flick. Dangerous situation, Epsilon gonna go for the shot. GSPIN will follow up again and keep control. And much like game 1 and 2, opening kickoff and really the first couple minutes are all what right now?
Yeah, and it's all going for what, as you say, as Mindkiller gets opportunity, but he sends it high. Epsilon reads it and clears it out of danger. Jason, no, he just can't get the favorable 50-50, so the attacking play might be developing here, but just like that, Alucard steals it, no one home, easy goal for him, and yeah, just like that, 1-0 lead to what?
Yeah, and right now, Alucard playing very well, was a bit quiet in that previous series against Pineapple Cake, and now putting on a very good performance. I felt GSPIN especially definitely needs to be feared going into the final tomorrow if they do end up winning this. He is very, very good as a facilitator, and now he will work around the corner, has some time with the ball, and there's still a 1-goal lead, so definitely some room for Killer Minds if they're able to get an opportunity. They have been stuck in their own half for so long, and Alucard going to keep up the pressure. Now Cupcake's able to clear it away for now. It'll be GSPIN and Epsilon trying to work together to get this through, but once again, not successful. Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah, this is like, I'm just struggling to say something here for Killer Minds because they're just being purely dominated now. Something else we haven't really pointed out, they've not really had a lot of boost to work with. I mean, we saw Cupcakes having to go up the field with pretty much 0 boost from getting out of his own defensive third. Alucard gets that one in. That's a 2-0 lead, but yeah, this is over. I'm happy to declare it right now. I don't see Killer Minds coming back at all.
Yeah, the tire changer. Alucard, another absolute godlike shot, putting it in such a good spot. Mindkiller can't get to it in time. And 3 minutes to go, but really not a lot of offense for Killer Minds right now. Only 1 shot. It was Cruzian in the first 2 seconds of the game. So now, you know, you start to think, is there any offense at all coming in from Killer Minds? And really the answer is no. There isn't, you know, one guy you can look to get your momentum, get the offense rolling. As GSPIN trying to put this in a decent spot for one of his teammates. It gets a favorable touch, but not really interested are Epsilon. They just know that they can play safe, they can play passively, and they can just stall this timeout.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, this is, I mean, we're not seeing a lot of attack. I mean, we're seeing at least clears going into the attack, and we're seeing some follow through from Killer Minds, but they quickly lose possession, and what are able to easily rebuild that pressure back on the other side of the field. So, get to the final 2 minutes of what is probably going to be our last game of the evening. It's just domination at this point for what, and they know it. They're just taking a backseat here. They're more than happy to run down the clock. Alucard, though, might look for another goal for his team here. Ball's just slowly going in. Will eventually be saved by Cruzian. Ball now popped up here. Cruzian can't win the 50, and well, yeah, it's probably just once again another emblematic theme for this game. They might get a minor advantage, but what are always there to crush it out.
Yeah, and that might do it. It's just right in front of the net. Dangerous situation. Another absolutely horrid whiff. GSPIN takes full advantage, and they are just mentally drained, it seems, at this point. And at this moment in time, it is all but over. You start to get to 1 minute 30, 1 minute, you're a 3-goal deficit. It is not going to be good, but Nonetheless, I think since this game is over, to take a look at this tournament, though, the 4 teams that are coming out of this definitely have earned it, definitely have deserved the right to go into this final fight for that prize pool come tomorrow. And I think each team should definitely be feared, even though, we saw Redundant control their game, even though we saw Pineapple Cake, who I think is the second best team, as Alucard going to get another freebie here. I think those are the 2 teams to watch out for, but Quack Quack and What can definitely make some noise in the final tomorrow. If they are able to get this momentum going, if they are able to click like this, it could be dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. You would probably say that Rejected and Pineapple Cake would probably be the likely favorites to make it into that grand final tomorrow. So one of them will at least get 500, the other 1,500. But as the ball just gets saved out there by Alucard, both teams. Both the other teams we haven't mentioned yet are What and Quack Quack. Sorry, I just got the team name for a moment, but they do have outside chances, and if I remember correctly, they'll be facing they won't be facing who they first faced in the upper qualifier. So yeah, it's going to be a different dynamic to see tomorrow night. Obviously, the free series to cap off what has been a very fun, very thrilling APL Nationals run, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow as time ticks away here. Killer Minds and What just timing this out here. As we hit the final 10 seconds, What will be your final team to qualify for the APL India National Playoffs? Killer Minds just utterly dominated here in our last qualifier. And well, for What, that's some positive signs heading into tomorrow.
Yeah, GG's all around for What. They're able to bounce back after a devastating loss to Pineapple Cake 3-0 and do the same fashion to their opponent, to their adversary, Killer Minds Esports, who will be knocked out, unfortunately, just shy of that final berth. They won't be able to get that. Unfortunately, they will walk away with nothing. But What, able to move on. And, I mean, that is the end of our qualifier here. The 4 teams have qualified. That's going to be What, Quack Quack, Pineapple Cake, and Redundant. And, I mean, I know this is my first time watching Indian Rocket League. I don't know about you, and I know some people in chat were saying it as well, but this is a great showing in a really good region, especially.